Hello, everyone. We are back with another episode of. I don't know what to call this shit yet, but.
I think we're still posting on Saying Media Podcast for now.
No. Okay, fine. Whatever. And then, anyways.
For now. Until,
Anyways, got my co host over here, Vinny saying.
Hello. Welcome, everyone.
Yes.
Same guy.
The same guy the past 20 episodes you guys have been watching.
Thanks for the support, though, and for the people who are like, I want to see more podcasts.
Yeah, dude. I was surprised when one of my friends was like,
is he done?
Yeah, he was like, hey, yo, like, why are his podcasts, like, so short? Like, they used to be, like, an hour, and now they're, like, 15 minutes. And I'm like, damn, you watch this shit? And then he was like, yeah, I mean, I like what he's saying. And I was like, all right, I'll tell him. And then...
Yeah, on this season, if this is still being posted on this season and not last season, and then, like, my first episode, I was like, yeah, the reason I brought it back, I always wanted to bring it back. But it does really, like, help when you hear... people want it to come back, because you never really know until like you hear it. It's like, yeah, like our friend, I could say Steph because Steph's been on here. Yeah. He was like, yeah, my one friend was like, when does he go do podcasts again? I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, same. And then it's pretty tough. Honestly, it's also fun. I feel like.
See, don't you like it?
Well, I like it because I just realized now how like. Well, I just realized now that everyone lives in their own reality now. I've known you for 10 years now, right? But I never knew your perspective or side of the story most of the time. I only knew mine. That's when I kind of like appreciate how like I want to know what you thought during this event or like whatever it was, like what you think of certain things. Because like... Yeah, like I never like really like appreciated someone's story or someone's life
or
is
like
so
hearing it.
It's so different from mine, and that kind of just blew my mind, and I was just like, you know what, like, and that's literally how I got closer to my sister.
Yeah, I'm probably not in this frame now that I'm thinking of leaning back. Oh shit, yeah, I'm back. Okay.
Well, you were when you were leaning back.
I meant like the wide.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's how I got closer to my sister, because yes, I've been living with her for like 23 years now, but like this is like
your whole life.
Well, besides the military. So
yeah.
Whatever, like 19 years. But like it's just crazy because like we went through a lot of shit together, but I never really understood what she went through.
Yeah. And then you got closer.
Yeah, and that's when she kind of was just like, honestly, dude, like, I held all these things for me. I was like, oh shit. And that's why now I like to really appreciate these conversations, because I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't know this happened to you. I didn't know you were thinking that way. Yeah. Like,
I think podcast is great when you talk with other people.
Yes. Talk with other people, but also like, I don't know, like learn from each other. It's cool. I think that's cool.
No matter what, I don't know what the saying was, but like you learn from books and you learn from people's experiences. So that's why a lot of books are stories, because it's from their experiences.
Yes, but also like, some people have a hard time with honestly like listening, because sometimes they're like, oh, well, I honestly don't care.
Yeah. Unless they went through it or like they're actually actively listening.
Yeah. And so like really understanding what it means with like, everyone lives in a different universe, and like if you don't really understand that, then you don't really appreciate other people's story. So
yeah, I 100% agree. You never know what a person's going through until, like you said, you ask what their thoughts were on that same situation. Yes. Because I feel like everyone thinks that they think you as an individual, right? Like you as you, me as me. We all think everyone thinks like us, but no, it doesn't work that way, It's like when you're out in that circumstance, not everyone thinks like you. Everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of shook me, and so I was just like, I'm gonna make sure that this year, like, if I say I want to get to know you, I really want to get to know you, like, how you feel about certain situations, or like how you felt when this happened, and we were both there at the same time type of shit, like your point of view of certain things. Because, yeah, like, I don't know, it's just like, damn, you really thought that way? Like, I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when I was telling you about the conversation about one of my mentors, what she said about like, you know, like when someone is projecting onto you, they're not really talking to you
Mm.
like you as Vinny saying, but they're more so talking to the person that has hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
I never like,
Thought of it that way.
yeah, because I was just like, damn, bro, what the fuck is your problem that you're always so aggressive to me? Like, or like, why, like, how do you like, why do you treat me a certain way? Blah, 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 blah whatever. And then, yeah, and that actually made sense because, like, you know, if the person has been through some traumatizing stuff in their life, like,
It's their past coming back to haunt them.
yeah, but it just kind of like shows that, like, damn, like, that's a lot of like
Baggage.
and like, that's like something that's like, I hope, you know, like whoever goes through that realizes it soon enough to make sure, you know, you fix it so you don't pass it on
Mm-hmm.
like to the next person that you're friends with, yeah, you're dating or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good point. Very good point. It's like noticing the problem before
Yeah.
it becomes another problem with someone else, or it inflicts damage on the next person that they're going to start thinking about it. But
Or it reflects on literally your family and friends, and then, you know,
mm,
and that shit sucked. Like,
yeah,
yeah. And because they don't even notice that they do it, but like,
that's why, like, it's like that saying, you don't really know until you know. You know,
yeah.
it's hard. Like, even if people tell you or try to like give you hints, it's like you never really know until you know or you realize it. It's like, or like, you know how they say like 5 people could give you advice, but it's that one specific person that actually gets through to you. It's hard, you know. It's like, yeah. And then sometimes like if mistakes keep on happening, that's when you start to self-reflect. Some people realize it for self-reflection. It's like maybe
Mm.
it is me. What am I doing wrong? You know.
No, literally though.
So it's complicated, very, very complicated. But yeah, shout out to all those people who hopefully catch that soon and like wish you nothing but the best, you know. And there's help out there. Find it in yourself. There's a lot of articles out there. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to. I always like to try to give advice out there when I hear that type of stuff. So it's like,
I mean, I think if I were to give advice at this, I would just kind of be like, just be open enough to hear other people out and then decide what you want to do with it. Some people are just like, shut the fuck up, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, don't tell me nothing. Like, none of that shit. I don't want to hear it. And then there's some people that are like,
in one ear out the other.
yeah, in the ear, out the others. But there's also people that are like, you know, like open to it.
Yeah.
And those people are not a lot because sometimes some people don't want to own up to it.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like hearing about their insecurities that they already know about from someone else.
And even I'm guilty of it sometimes, but this is something I've been working on because I know it can hurt me.
Yeah.
And yeah. Know yourself and seek self improvement.
And I feel like all these conversations slowly involve that in some type of way.
What? Oh, know yourself, seek self.
It's just like a different way to say it.
It's a
Or a different
military.
topic.
It's one of the like leadership traits in the Marine Corps. I had to learn it.
Structure.
I like it though.
Yeah. It's good to have structure. That's good. That's why there's school systems, work, and all that stuff. It's like it's to help you find something in all the chaos.
Yes, but also there's a lot of saying with like, oh, they want you to go through the process of high school, college, find a 9 to 5. So
It
sometimes,
trains you to do that.
but sometimes they say structures like the government and stuff is, you know.
Yeah. But that's why they say there's workers and there's leaders. You know, there's people who want to do the working stuff because it works out for them. And there's people who want to do stuff on their own and they start their own thing.
That's true too. That's true too.
Oh, the fuzz coming back up.
Hey, yo. You need
Excuse me.
some water?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Ooh.
What the hell?
All right. Off topic question I have.
Mm-hmm.
When you were in a relationship, were you texting a lot, or were you like FaceTiming a lot, or is that like something normal for you, or is the texting and FaceTime more so like I'll call you when I'm like, when I want to talk to you really, but I'm gonna let you focus on what you have to do when we're not. How do you think it's like that, or do you think that like what do you think about the people that are like,
You gotta like let me know, or like you had to text back right away.
yeah, and like oh, why didn't you tell me you were doing this today, or like FaceTiming, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna go do this, and they're like, oh, just stay on the phone with me, type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Guilty. Hey.
Well, no, I'm not gonna call you out, but I want to first establish that previous relationship Vinny is totally different than now Vinny. I just want before I tell the stories.
Okay, let's just say you were in a relationship now, and would you like, and the girl's like,
Okay, so do you still want to hear my previous
oh
ones?
yeah,
Or do you
yeah.
like,
Just
which
say
which one do you want to hear
both,
now?
both.
Okay, which one do you want to hear now? You want to hear my previous ones, or do you? Okay, so yeah, once again, two different Vinnies. Now I know what I'm looking for. Now I know what I want. I'm not as immature and like stereotypical as I used to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to fight it, but what was the question? Like FaceTiming and texting, right?
Like,
Okay.
do you think like do you think when a couple like FaceTimes and like don't talk, they're just on FaceTime, they always text, like those type of people, like do you think that's normal, or do you think like more like, oh, I don't need to call you, I don't need to text you every 10 minutes, I'll do it when I can,
Yeah.
because I'm focusing on my own life type of shit.
So back then in the relationship, it's like kind of like when you are free, a text would be nice, type of thing. You know,
Does that question make sense?
kind of. Hopefully, when I explain my story,
Okay.
it answers your question,
Okay.
or hopefully, I understand what you're saying. Basically, like with my previous relationships, I mean, my first one, it was like we would fall asleep on Uvu with each other at the time. You remember Uvu?
Yeah, dude.
And then it's like text each other. Not gonna lie, I have some like trust issues now, but like because of them, but because I think there was like some secrets. I don't know which relationship. I think the first one was I don't know stuff, but it's like yeah, when you're I'm a fast responder. I used to be actually in high school. I was a fast responder, very fast. Like as soon as I get a text, I'm always on this thing. I'm like oh, and as soon as I'm finished, I'll text back. You know, now it's like I still have that energy, but sometimes I just forget put that message back, and it's like oh shit, sorry. Like I try to keep the communication, but back then it's like if you have your phone, I expect a text back type of thing. Once again, very immature, needy Vinny at the time. Maybe I'm still needy now, depending on some certain things. But like, it's like I expected a text back. FaceTime, didn't really FaceTime that much. Not gonna lie. But I was one of those couples where like we were with each other like 24/7 type of thing. So, but yeah, I did expect text. There was times my second relationship I was a little bit better with it. My first one, it's like I was always worried like what is she doing? Like why is she not messaging me? Like that's probably all my insecurities. Like is she like doing something with someone else? Like it's always the what ifs. Like I'm scared about. Like I trust you type of thing. Usually when I'm in the relationship. Once again, very immature, damaged, high school Vinny. And it's like all those things rush to my mind. So that's why it's like I want a speedy text or like I need that communication because like, especially if they're hanging with like a guy friend that I don't know. It's like, fuck, does like that guy into my girlfriend?
I was wondering, is that okay? Like, how does a guy feel if, and that's genuinely me wondering, how does a guy feel if the girlfriend is like, hey, like, is it cool if I go out to dinner with a friend, but the guy has never met the friends? I just want to know a different perspective because I'm genuinely just curious,
Yeah.
like, how a guy feels.
So when it's like the girlfriends or like, let's say it's a fresh relationship, like we had a fresh relationship type
Okay.
of thing, right?
Okay.
You're hanging out. You said friend, like just friends that I don't know, or like
A guy friend that, or like, yeah, just,
friends that I don't know.
well, just, I
Because
guess,
it's very different. It's very, very. If it's like it's a guy friend I don't know, and it's just friends that I just don't know. Like it's a group of friends that you're hanging out.
oh, guy you don't know.
Okay. Back then, like I said, it was like, fuck, like, is he into my girl?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it will even go to, like, is he fucking my girl? Type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is. It's, like, very jealous. Like, fuck, like, is he going to woo my girl? Is he going to steal my girl? Type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's like...
Are you flabbergasted?
I'm not flabbergasted. It's two different answers.
I mean, you could say both.
If I trust you,
Okay.
like, you are my girl.
Yeah.
We communicate well. We
Yes.
vibe well.
Yes.
Our communication is great.
Yes.
I know the love is there. Do you? I trust you 100%.
Okay.
We're freshly in a relationship. We're still getting to know each other. We still are trying to get that trust into it.
Yeah.
I met the dude. If it's a nice dude, me and him vibe well. He vibes with me well. I see how he talks to you, and I see it's because we guys know.
How do guys know?
We just know.
Like, you know if a guy is like hitting on a girl?
Yeah, we know if like they're trying to get with you, and we
But,
know
like-
if they're like.
But like their friends actually like there are friends that do that right in front of the guy.
Yeah. We just know.
Bitch.
Unless we're our mutual friends, that's where bro code comes in. I don't know if bro code's still a thing, but like it's like if we're mutual friends,
Yeah.
you're my girl, they're not touching you.
Yeah.
This is a bro code thing. You know that. Especially if
Yeah.
they're your homies. If they're your acquaintance, if they're not your homie like that, that's when you get backstabbed. I got backstabbed in high school.
You did?
I did. But it's like that. Maybe that's why fuck. I'm realizing shit
Ooh.
about myself.
We're
And
learning over here.
it's like, damn. Am I okay? All right. If it's like
Quick break.
it's like if they're my homie,
Yeah.
I know they're not gonna like, oh, I'm hanging out with your friend.
Okay.
It's fine. But if it's your friend, I don't know him, blah blah blah,
Okay.
I'm a little concerned. We just start
Okay.
talking. Like I never met this dude.
Okay.
He's like, who is this? Like that's why we're kind of like, oh, who is, like, we try not to act like overprotective, but we're like, oh, who is he? Oh, how long you known him? Or like, how are you guys are friends?
Okay.
Like we try to do our research because we were like, is this guy trying to fuck my girl, or
Yeah.
is he generally just hanging out with my girlfriend because they're friends?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
that's good to know.
yeah, because I think we're trying to get better at that, but that's why it goes again with like the trust, because there are girls out there that would just get with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what like has damaged guys in the past.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. If trust is a huge thing, like the first scenario, if I
Yeah.
trust you, we vibe, we have a good connection, I know you ain't gonna cheat with me. Even like I seen you reject guys that try to flirt with you,
Yeah.
and you're like, nah, that's my man. I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But it's like, we just got freshly into a relationship. I don't know how trustworthy you are and stuff like that. Even though we all say, right, once you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. But you never know now these days, and you don't want to get hurt. It's like, do I trust that dude with you? Can he woo you away from me? Maybe it's like a self-conscious type of thing, or like self-confidence type of thing. But
That makes me actually also question, and that's like a question you can probably answer after this one. How do you feel about people like, they get into a relationship and poof, gone until like either they separate or like you just never see them ever again. Like they don't come out hang out with you anymore. Like like
Oh, once they're in a relationship,
yeah,
or
like you know those friends that are like, oh, they find someone and now like and you guys used to hang out every day. Now they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and gone. They because 24/7 with their significant other.
yeah. Okay, this is a sensitive topic.
Is it my fault?
No, I don't think it's sensitive. Okay, it's sensitive to some people out there.
Oh,
Oops. So like, that's fine. In my opinion, that's fine. Back then, I was more understanding of it. I was like, oh yeah, you're with your girl. Just be with your girl, type of thing. And like, I do understand that for like future relationships and like, husband and wife. They know they know their significant others. They know that they're going to marry each other one day.
yes.
Right. It's fine if they're always with each other and stuff like that. It's just now that I'm a little bit older, I hope I'm a little bit more emotionally mature.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a guy thing. It might be the same for girls. But I guess this will be my question for you. It's like, it's okay if they do it. But now, sometimes it's like, dude, just be with the fucking boys. Because it's like, if you're significant, like I said, it all depends, everyone. It all really depends. If you guys are significant,
Disclaimer to not get canceled.
Yeah. If you guys are all about each other, that's fine. Like, be about each other. But like, I don't like it when the relationship controls each other.
Oh, you just made me realize. Okay.
Like, hey babe, can I go out to this with the like? It's good to ask the question. I'm fine with that. But it's like, I feel like relationships now these days is like, oh, I'm going out with the boys. Is that like? And I'm not saying is that okay, babe? It's like, it's good to ask, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna go out with the boys, but I'll be back. Like, open communication. Like, I haven't seen the boys in a while, and they want me to come out. Like, don't worry, honey, I'm not gonna do anything bad. I just want to be with the boys for a second, because I'm not gonna lie, when the boys are like, hey, let's go out, and then we hear like, oh, I gotta check in with my girl first, or like, oh, my girl's gonna be mad. It's like, and you haven't seen your boy in months.
Okay.
Because it is a different energy. I don't know what it is. So like, but like when the boys hang with the boys, you notice it. We have a different energy.
It's like
when you're with when the
energy.
girl is there, we try to be like, it's not like we're not respectful. It's just that we try to be a little bit more calm. If that makes sense.
So are you saying like guys are like fucking maniacs? Like
I don't think we're maniacs. I think it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like when you're at a party or like when you're at a rave with your boys and like the hype song comes on.
Damn,
and
things
you're like,
be different,
and
huh?
you're like, oh. It's like, I don't know. It's like a different energy of like, yeah, I'm having fucking fun right now. Like, let's fucking get it. Like, yeah. And it's like we're riding off each other's energy. Like, yeah. It's type of thing. So it's like it's okay, but I mean, you even said it with me too. That my past relationship, like, bro, you got a relationship, I never fucking see you anymore.
Yes, yes, I really did.
And then it's like, I understand that too. It's like, or when you hang out with a friend, it's like, oh, we already made plans, and then it's like you cancel on me because I get it. If you have a significant other, they're your priority. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we made plans, but you cancel on me because they said something.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, we already made that plan.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I'm like a second choice. And like, I hope I don't do that to someone when I get into a relationship in the future.
Yeah.
But I do understand from both, like what the previous podcast we talked about is like, understand where people are coming from.
Yeah.
But that's my perspective on that. It's like, I'm okay if you're with your significant other and that she's the one and you're spending time with her. But I think a lot of the boys can agree, and maybe with the girls too. Like, if a girl gets in a relationship with a guy and then now you don't really have that girlfriend anymore, it's like, dude, we were friends before, and now that you're in a relationship, you're just going to ghost the whole entire group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, you could spend time with them, but also, like, it's balanced. Everything is balanced. Like, have some time with the boys. Have some times with the girls.
That makes sense.
Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, no, I do. I guess it was just like, I don't know, I kind of forgot, like, over the process, And then, so I kind of, like, forgot to realize how easier things were in certain aspects of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey, I'm preaching this now, but I don't know how I'm gonna be. I haven't been in a relationship in a long time,
that's true too.
so it's like,
but that's how it really should be, though.
yeah, like there's like one friend that we have mutually have. Like they have like, I feel like they have a really good relationship. It's very understanding. It's very communication based. It's like I'm gonna go out with the boys. I'm gonna play video games, and she's like, okay, and then it's like, oh, I want you to come out with me, and then he realizes like, oh, you've been giving me a lot of free time. Yeah, I'll hang out with you. You know, it's like a mutual understanding. Or she wants to go out with the girls. I'm gonna go out and drink. Okay, I'm gonna stay home. You know,
Yeah, that's true too.
I feel like those are like the greatest relationships. It's not like if I'm in a relationship in the future, I don't want to beat around the bush with my girlfriend.
Yeah,
You know,
that sucks.
I don't want to be scared to ask her, hey, the guys are going out. Can I
Look,
can I
like,
go out
okay,
and have fun?
from a girl's perspective, I feel like I want to know what you're doing. Just tell me what
Yes.
you're doing when you're
Yes,
going.
I understand that.
And like, if we didn't plan anything that night, then yeah, do what you want.
Yes.
I'll trust you. But if we plan something,
Yes, I get you that. Yeah.
and
I
then
understand.
he said, "But the boys are going out, bitch. We planned something. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, sorry, but like,
We already made this plan before your boys
Yeah.
made the plan.
yeah. So I kind of would appreciate, like, I understand you haven't been out with the boys, but like, how do you really like? Oh, bro, how do you really justify that? Like,
Now I have a question for you.
oh fuck, all right. All right.
Oh, you made me think of something now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so if you and your significant other made plans, right?
Yes.
It's ahead of time.
Okay.
I understand, right? Like you guys made the plans first.
Yes.
Let's say the boys so happen to make the plans same day, right? I feel like it all depends on what the circumstances is, right? But like, let's say
Okay.
the boys make a plan too, and it's ahead of time as well, and they let you know. But then you're like, oh, I have something planned with my girl, but let me talk to her about it first, right? So I'll be like, hey, I know we made plans this day. Could we move it because my boys made these plans this day? I know we made it before them, but like we don't really go out like that. So like, can I go out with you and reschedule for a different day? Because what if, once again, it's all circumstances, but like let's say it's my boy's birthday. They planned that day. There's no other day, but me and you, we could easily reschedule.
Okay, for me wise, I'll be a little hurt. Well, I'd probably be hurt because I was looking forward to what we were gonna do, right? But I would be like, okay, fine. Like, okay, fine, but you better fucking let me know when you're coming home, and you better be home. Like, like you better communicate with me if, like, and stuff like that.
I
But
feel like, does it really depend too on like if you could trust that boy group? I guess.
well, like, I mean, like, I don't expect you to text me like, "Hey, I'm dancing right now. Hey, we're drinking right now. We just took some shots." Like, no, not
Just like
that.
check-ins.
No, but more like, hey, we just finished. I'm heading home now. Just wanted to let you know. That's it. I'm just like, okay. Like, that's it. Like, if, like, you kind of, like, go crazy and then you kind of, like, just don't say anything. So I don't know how, like, anything went. Now I'm kind of just like, you alive? Yeah, but
I know sometimes we can go overboard, so
yeah. So that's why I'm just like, just let me know that you're alive. Like, when that shit is done.
as long as they're open communication,
Yes.
it's fine.
Yeah, but I would reschedule it because I don't know, for some reason I feel like I'm very understanding. I know some people are like, "Fuck no, you don't give a fuck about me," and shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But for me, no, I probably would be like, "Okay, fine, I understand. I know that you haven't seen them in a long time, so yeah, go ahead. We'll reschedule for tomorrow or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine then."
Yeah, because I feel like it's very circumstance-wise, right? It's like, if it's not as important, I feel like it'd be like, nah, like you had to kick with it, and it's like, okay, yeah,
Or
we'll
like,
kick with it.
yeah, or like, let's say like,
Oh, let's take a break.
okay.
We'll be right back, guys. It got
Okay.
juicy, but we need to take a break real quick. grab that cup of water, that tea, get a snack, and we'll be right back.
Go.
Are now back. Honestly, we look back at the footage and we don't know where we left off.
We don't remember.
Because the A7 threes, bruh, they cut off like every 25 to 30 minutes, so that's why we take that break, guys, if you were wondering. Our wide camera does work, and it keeps on going. This is why we need extra hands at the podcast. If we just have camera operators, we could just keep on going. But
True.
it's okay. It's straight. But I know we left off talking about, like, I asked you if it's okay if the guys make a plan and we already made a plan.
Yes.
And then you said you were, like, okay with it as long as it's an important event and then, like, we reschedule the event.
So how do you feel when the girl reschedules a date? Because, you know, maybe there was like an opportunity there, or maybe the girls, you know? So how does a guy feel about that?
So once again, I feel like the answer is the same for you, right?
Open
It's
communication.
like open communication, like how important it is, and like if I already planned it and stuff. And like once again, I'm a chiller guy.
Okay.
At least I hope I am. I'll be like, yeah, it's okay. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get rid of because I do that passive aggressive shit, and I really trying to get out of it. Where it's like I'm fine with it, and I am fine with it, but my brain, I'm just angry too.
Oh.
You know, and I admit that was my problem in my previous relationships, and even maybe with my friendships now. It's like I am okay with it, but I am a little bit pissed too, and I just need time to cool off.
Oh.
Is the thing.
Oh, damn.
So like that's why sometimes it's like quit prying at it, like let me just chill type of thing, you know, because you know some people just like I need to know like what are you feeling right now, blah blah blah. It's like dude, just like give me some time, like let me think. Like it's like I'm fine with it. Like so you said okay, if I plan the date right, and I already had something in mind, and probably this goes back to the Romeo and Juliet stuff. Like I planned out our date, like I made reservations. We were going to see this movie.
Okay.
I had this in mind. Maybe it's my internal monologue, too. But like, I have something in mind for you on that date, if we plan it. But if it's just like a regular, like, oh, like this is a date night for us, you know, that's fine.
What if?
But to answer your question, I'm fine with it if it's something important. You let me know ahead of time and we reschedule. I
What
just would
if-
be a little. Sorry, didn't mean to keep on cutting you off.
What if it's like the day before thing? Ooh, that's different now.
Yeah, because my question to you is like it's both ahead of time. So now it's day before.
Like, what if it's like, hey, like I know we plan to go. Like, there's no tickets involved. There's no like reservations. It's just we're gonna hang out tomorrow. Type of
Okay,
thing.
okay.
That's all. Something that is not like there didn't go any reservations in it.
Okay.
So, what if there's like like a day before, you know, a friend calls you and he's like, hey, like I know this is super late minute, but there's this video gig that like you know like just got thrown at me, and you know like it pays like $2,000 for you. Like, would you take it, or would you be like, would you like talk to your girlfriend about it and be like, hey, like, you know, I know we planned this tomorrow and like, but this came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What would you do?
So here's where the double standard I think comes in, where it's like,
Ooh.
because like I need to think that way too. So like let's say I got, like you said, I got that opportunity. I'm hoping my girlfriend is like, oh, go do it, babe. Have fun, you know?
Yeah.
And like I know, or unless they're chill as hell, they might be a little bit mad, right? But it's like they're chasing their dreams and they're getting that bread at the same time,
Yeah.
you know? And I would think the same way too. So it's like you said the day before, okay? And my girl came up to me and was like, hey, I have this gig, $2,000. Like I said, day before, I'll be a little bit pissed, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping, I think I am, I'm 98% sure I would let them do it.
Yeah.
Because they're getting paid. It's
Like,
something big. It was last second, and it's something they're really into. Who am I to stop what your interests are?
right.
Like we could always reschedule the thing. But here's the thing. I don't know if it's the pettiness in me. You better make that shit up to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what if the girl is like, hey, like let's instead of tomorrow, can we do it? Sunday or like 2 days, the next 2 days, or like the day after tomorrow. Like, can we just do it that day because this event happened to be tomorrow and
And it's just hanging out, nothing planned.
yeah, nothing planned. Like it's something super generic. Like we're gonna walk around somewhere.
Yeah, it's like we'll get together and then we'll figure out what we want to do for the day.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give a fuck. Then.
that's good.
And then I mean, okay. Here's another question then.
Okay.
Have we not seen each other for a very long time already?
Is a week a long time? What is a long time for
That's
you?
a good question. I don't know what a long time is now.
Beat the hoe. Beat the
I would say maybe a week. If I haven't seen my significant other in a week, that's a pretty long time, right?
Yes?
To me, I think that'll be a long time.
Yes?
Because
Same,
if it's
same.
your significant other, like you love them,
Yeah.
so it's like you want to see them. So 1 week, I think I'll still be fine. 2 weeks, 70% fine.
Okay. Yeah.
3 weeks, I'll be.
So let's say, yeah. So if let's say we're dating, I were to go on a vacation for like 3 months, and then the day we plan something, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, somebody literally just reached out to me and was like,
See, I feel like an asshole, but I would be angry. I would say no.
yeah.
I would say
Okay.
no. But like,
Okay.
also part of me is like, okay, at the moment, heated Vinny,
Yeah.
because I just know me. I know I'm going to be angry. But deep down in my subconscious and the way I'm talking now, once again, this is everyone's own opinion. Everyone's different. Like, at that moment, like, you are on vacation. I haven't seen you in a month. You come back. We still can't see each other, right? Or, like, it's like that small stuff. Like, I pick you up. I drop you off.
Yeah.
But we haven't had a day with each other. And then we finally plan a day. And then you cancel because something came up.
Okay.
I'm going to be heated. But then it's like when I hear it's a gig, like, because I know you're into fashion, like, Vinny, like, there's this fashion show, like, I'm actually getting paid for it, and I get to talk to the designer, like, I'll feel bad. It's like, who am I to say no? But, like,
Okay.
that's when the makeup has to be even bigger.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to
okay.
make up for that. Like,
I mean, I feel like that's normal though. If something like that happened, of course I would expect you to like, hey, let me make this up for you at least because I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I had to cancel.
I think the key thing with everything is just open communication. As long as you communicate.
Honestly.
And it's with the small things too, because that's why I've noticed with my previous relationships, whether that's friendships or relationships, I would always bottle up the small things, and I wouldn't talk about it because me, the way that I think about it, the reason why I don't like talking about the small things is because I know it's a small thing. So like I feel like I'm pissing them off because it's a small thing, but now I'm pissing them off more because I'm not talking about it.
Yes.
So it's like, but the frustration is like, I know it's a small thing. I don't like, I know I should be getting over this, but it's just bothering me.
No,
But-
everything should be talked about, especially in a relationship.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that until the breakup. And it's like, oh, I should be more open with like, even though it's something small, it's like, I know like, babe, it doesn't matter, but like, it did piss
Dude.
me off.
Yes. Oh, like I mean, it goes for both people, but like, dude, when people are like, yeah, when people like bottle in like the small things and don't say it. I mean, girls do. I did it. Like.
I'm still guilty of that to this day.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn, like this could have been avoided if we talked about it and
Before.
we came to a mutual understanding. Like,
Because usually when you bottle up, it all comes out at once. And it's like, where the
Yes.
fuck did all of this come from? Yeah. Yeah, but to answer that question, yeah. It really depends, as we all know. Everything has its own circumstance, guys. But yeah, me, now that, because more independence and I understand, power to them. Like I said, open trust, open communication, fine. Make it up to me, fine. Smaller thing, like we put the escalations. The smaller thing, fine, do it. We'll reschedule for Sunday. Something planned. We haven't seen each other in a long time. Fuck, I'm angry. But is something good for you. So
Would you feel not prioritized if that were to happen? Or would you be like, it's fine? Like,
first time, it's fine.
okay.
Repeated is when at
Yeah,
least for
then,
me, that's when I start feeling like that.
yeah.
It's like, are you just using me? Am I just like another person that you just hang out with when it's convenient?
Mhm.
You know, it's like, is it just? It's all those things run through my mind. Usually when I think about that, it's not just relationships; it goes with friendships too. It's like if you keep on missing, and it's like
Yes.
it's like if when you hit me up and I'm always there, and then when I hit you up and you had to keep on rescheduling, it's like, is it me? You know, is like,
Yeah.
am I going crazy, or is like something going on here? You know, and maybe like we said, it's all about understanding. Life does happen, but it's like, yeah, sometimes you feel like a second priority, and you don't want to feel like a second priority.
You know, I realized, like, you know how, like, people preach communication is key, right? And, like, this and this. But, like, it's crazy how, like, when it comes to friendships, you don't really communicate with them what bothers you. And, like, it's like, how you gonna maintain that relationship if, like, you know, like, you're gonna bottle shit up that your friend is doing, and then you're not gonna talk about it, and then boom, you guys are not friends anymore because it was never talked about. You just bottled it up, like.
That's why I feel like in high school to college, you get different friend groups. And
Mm.
not to say that you'll lose that high school friendship, you're probably still friends with them. But you'll see some best friends from high school to college, they're not
Yeah.
best friends anymore. And it's because I don't think maybe some of it is bottled up stuff. Or you just are now exploring your different interests that you both guys didn't know, or both girls you didn't know.
It's just like, I don't know, like, it's more like, I feel like we preach how in a relationship how important communication is with each other,
Yeah.
but, like, you know, like, when you have, like, when there's certain things your friend does to you and you don't like it, like, you never really talk about it until, like, you snap at them. And that's kind of just like, it's the same concept to really maintain that friendship.
I didn't really think about it that way.
That's why, you know, sometimes when I would tell you, like, dude, you honestly pissed me the fuck off and I just didn't want to talk to you. Or when you said that to me, I just needed a week to myself because I'm upset at you. Like, don't take this the wrong way. I still love you. Like, you know, like, we communicate, because if you didn't tell me that and you would just stop.
Yeah. Then it's all the thoughts like.
Yeah, and then it's like, bro, like, and like, for me especially, like, I hate when one of my friends, or like people that used to be my friends, like, have a problem with me, and like, you literally are not saying
Anything.
yeah, you're not saying anything, but it's just like behind your back type of shit. And honestly, I'm guilty of it sometimes too.
I think we all are.
Yeah. But like, I think, like, kind of want to make sure now, if I really value that friendship, then I would be communicating with you with what you're saying or what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. But if it was like, you know, like, someone I just met, or like,
It's an acquaintance.
yeah, acquaintance, then I'll just be like, okay, like, whatever, I don't really care, but I'm not, doesn't really matter to me too much to maintain that relationship.
Do you feel like it depends on the friendship too?
What do you mean?
So like, I understand, like, I agree with you with the, if they're acquaintance, it's not that much a big deal, but if like it's your best friend or your closer friend, it's like, okay, I want to maintain this relationship.
Yeah.
I think also you have different best friends.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some best friends that, like what we talked about before, like some best friends where like I could just hit them up and it's like yesterday.
Oh.
And there's some best friends where like I need to make sure I check in with you at least once.
But that's not okay.
Wow.
Okay, that's not checking in. It's like communicating with, like, bro, yesterday what you said kind of pissed me off, type of thing. Or like, let's say, like, you communicate something, like something, an action that they did that pissed you off, not like them, you not talking to them. That's different.
Yeah.
Like, would you tell your best friend, or like, would you tell your friend that, you know, if they did something you didn't like, you would like, would you tell them, or would you just kind of let it build up inside of you until you're like, dude, I honestly don't know if like I really like you as a friend and shit like that.
I used to just let it build up.
Yeah.
But I think it took college for me to like have that open talk. And then we kind of like, we don't really, I'm trying to think. We talk about it in a different way, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
It's like we say what we like and what we don't really like. Instead, like in general. And then the friend understands. If that makes sense. It's like, yeah, I don't really like it when this and this happens to me.
Okay.
And it clicks to them. It's like, oh, I've been doing that before. It's like, or like, I prefer X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. Is the way you say it. I don't know. But yeah, there's times like, hey, like, you know, do you see last time, like, I wasn't really vibing with that? Or like, I just needed my alone time. Or like,
Yeah.
it's just the communication part. It's not really like calling it out. It's just saying like what
no.
it is.
It's not calling out. Yeah, but yeah, that's why like I don't know. Like for you, I know like sometimes when I would kind of like just be annoyed by you, and then I wouldn't talk to you for like a day, a week, whatever, and then I'll just be like, honestly, bro, you kind of pissed me off when you did that. And you're like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Like I feel like just saying that, and then you kind of get to know your friend more,
And then you start realizing what you can do.
Yeah, and what you can't. Yeah. So
Yeah, because friends are relationships too.
I'm just saying, like, communicate with your friends, like, dead ass. Like, if they do something you don't like and you value that friendship, instead of just, damn, and then you just stand there watching and just letting it happen. Like, I hate that.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people come to grow, or that's why you hear that term like, oh, you changed. It's like, you didn't really change. It's just that the real you is coming out now, I guess. If that's a saying.
Yeah. I just hate how, like, I hate when, like, you know, like, I would talk to a friend and, like, you know, we're good and stuff like that. We talk and then, like, something happened and I genuinely don't know. I'm, like, confused. No, don't know what
it's like, where did this come from?
Yeah, and then they're just all of a sudden stop talking to me, stop responding to me, and I'm like, yo, are you good? Like, what's going on?
At least communicate.
And then they're not saying they're not responding, and then, like, I'm just like, bro, like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, you gotta tell me. And I'm just like, yo, like, I really value this friendship. Like, I feel like, yo, at one point, like, honestly, I want to stop doing that. Like, chasing after friendships when they literally don't want to communicate. Like, that shit is exhausting. And then you literally feel like you're begging for a friendship. I'm just like, bro, why am I begging for someone to be my friend? If you really don't care, then, you know, like, I don't need you. Like,
Preach.
For real, like, no, that happened like twice, and that shit was draining. Where I felt like I was like I was valuing that friendship so much, and I wanted to nurture it. I wanted to grow because I really thought they were close friends of mine. And then something happened. I didn't even know what. Like me, just like taking 2 weeks off, no communication, nothing, and then like me having to chase. Hey, I'm really sorry. Can we get coffee? Like, let's talk about it in person. Like, so tiring to fight for it. Like,
yeah,
bro, if you just don't want to be my friend, just say peace out.
That's why I agree. Where like understanding needs to be a huge thing, and then the communication needs to be a huge thing.
Like friendships and relationships.
Yeah, I just feel like I think the reason why friendships is like a overthought thing, or like it's not as talked about, is because relationships are more intimate.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
That's probably why.
That's why, I mean, yes, like, that's why, like, I would only tell the friends that are very close to me, like, in my close circle, about certain things I do I don't like. But that's it. Like, I wouldn't tell an acquaintance because I don't care. They don't care. Or just someone that's a friend. Unless they ask, then I'll tell you. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. Actually blew my mind a little bit.
Why?
Because I've thought about it, but I didn't think about it that hard.
Oh, the communication and friendships?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, nourish your friendships. because they there when if I don't know whatever happens.
Mm.
The real ones.
Yeah. And it's hard because it's like with family too. I feel like if we ever moved out, and one podcast that really got to me and has been shared within our friend group too, was like, how often do you see your parents a year? And they moved out, and they're like during the holidays, like twice a year. And it's like, don't think about it as you're seeing them twice a year. Think about it as like, how old are your parents now? Like 60. Okay, life expectancy is what, 70? So you only see them 2 times, 10, 20 times before they die.
Oh my god.
You know, and
Staying home forever now.
that's what's very impactful too. So like with the friends that you haven't hanged with a while, or like if you're debating if I should hang with them, it's been a long time, hang out with them. Because you never know when the next time you're going to see them again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sensitive topic,
Yeah.
bro. You know, like...
That's why I try to be more understanding with my parents. I know I could be short-tempered with them, but like I need to realize they're getting older.
Yes,
and they just want to talk to me like a human being too.
No, yeah, dude. Like, you know my dad loves to talk.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, back then, he used to just, like, complain about his day. And I wouldn't give him my 100% attention because, you know, it's just chiming in, like, I'll just, you know, sit here. You just say it all out. And then it was, like, I don't know, like, just recently, I realized he was complaining to me about, and I was just like, I can be there for him and make him feel better because I'm listening to him. And how many times has he done that for me, you know?
Power being a parent, bro.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm sorry for all the times I've never listened to you. And that's why every time he talks to me,
you take the time now.
I take the time to listen to him truly, or when he tells me like certain, like he loves history, he would tell me so much about Vietnam history, and I used to just cannot listen, but like if he were to tell me, I would give him my 100% attention.
Damn, power to you.
Yeah,
I'm
because
glad that you do that.
Yeah, like today, you know, like about the water pressure at the house. When my dad and I started arguing over the phone because I was standing outside and I was like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm cold as fuck. Like, I don't want to do this. And then my dad is over here, like, I'm trying to find a solution. Like, stop, please. Like, you know, like, try to work with me. And I'm over here, like,
I'm cold.
Yeah. And so, like, kind of, like, was impatient with my dad. And I feel really bad. And so when he came back home, I was just like, damn, like, I don't want to, for the last, I don't know how many years, you know, but I at least want to make sure that, like, whenever our last memory, it's not us arguing.
Yeah, it's a good memory. Yeah.
That's why, like, that's why I really don't like arguing with friends, with relationships, with parents, with sisters. Like, that's why I just want to be cool with everyone. If you have beef, we can talk about it. We can find compromise, whatever, if you really care about it. Like, you know, but if you're really gonna beef, you go behind my back and then you talk all this shit, like, let's just talk about it, bro. Like,
yeah. Dang, you're at the talk about stage. I'm just kind of like, I'm at the stage where it's like,
I mean, like, it's, yeah, like, talk, like, hey, bro, like, I'm just, like, thinking, like, if I have a problem and I feel like I value our friendship a lot, I'll bring it up and I'll be like, yo, like,
what's wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong? Like, honestly, I didn't like what you did and stuff. Like, I would talk to you, or, like, I would not try to argue with you, you know, or waste your time, but what the fuck was I going with this?
I think it's just, you're basically saying it's like you just don't want any beef, you just want good memories. Like, there's no time to focus on the bad shit.
Yeah, but, I mean, yes, like, obviously, like, also, like, if the person doesn't want to talk, then that's cool. I'll also just be cruising through it, like, you know what I'm saying? But, no, most of the time now, like, damn, I realize, like, all the time we have left living, like, really spending that being mad and jealous and all these, waste of time. Damn.
We're still gonna go through it. We all go through it.
I know, but I need to remind myself every time I go through it that like I might not live for a long time. Why do I want to do this? Bro, I just blew my own mind, yo. Don't you think it's good? I think it was good.
I was already thinking that way.
Oh damn, I'm so behind.
Yeah, it's like, because when people ask like, why are you so optimistic, or like, are you like, I don't think it's people pleasing. It's just like, there's no time to like. Personally, for me, I've already heard all that negative stuff all my life. It's like, can we just be happy? Like, I would rather just be happy. And I don't care if that's like people pleasing or like I'm just trying to like suck it up to other people. It's just like, I really don't like confrontation. Like, I understand confrontation if it's like stuff that you need to talk about. But like, if you're just bashing on someone to bash on someone, like, I really don't want to be around that energy anymore.
No, yes. Removing yourself from people that don't serve you, man.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, serving as in like not doing stuff for you, but like remove yourself from people that don't vibe with your energy or you don't vibe with them.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Life is precious. I think everyone has their reasons. And it's like, yes, I'll get pissed here and there. Yes, I'll agree with something that's like, oh, that person's ruining the vibes. Yes, I'll do all that type of stuff. But like, I try to stop. My problem is with my family. I try to not, like, I wish I had your ideal thinking. I'm starting to catch myself a little bit more, especially with my dad, because I love my dad.
What's my ideal thinking?
Like, with your dad, but it's like, I just want to hear his stories and be there for him.
Yeah.
With me and my dad now, it's like, it's small talk. And I love my dad. He's my role model. He's the person that, like, I got my stuff from.
Same.
But, like, one thing that he said to me that hit me, and I was, like, out with my sister, too, and him. And we were having dinner, and he got a little bit drunk. And usually when he gets drunk, that's when he's more expressive. And, like, all the things he's been bottling up.
Yeah.
He was like, I remember when, like, Vincent used to say, like, that's my dad. Like, that's him. I miss that a lot. And I was like, I pulled out my heartstring. I was like, shit. It was like, I remember when Vincent, like, used to, like, wait for me. And, like, seeing me was, like, the highlight of his day. And I was like, oh. And now it's like, I just go straight to my room. I just want to be with friends.
Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't even... Because, you know, like, my dad used to, like, say these to me and my sister. Like, so my dad's a singer. He performed when we were in Germany now. And, basically... He was, like, telling me, like, I remember, like, I was performing and then me and my sister ran up to the stage and we're hugging his leg while he was singing. And I don't know, like, I forgot how special these memories were for them.
Yeah, because we're not kids anymore.
Yeah.
I really miss being, like, when you think about it, you really miss being a kid. Because I remember going to Taekwondo. Like, your singing store, right?
Oh my God.
My dad was always working. He was a hard worker, and he's still a hard worker to this day. But, like, he was making the money to pay rent, pay for my Taekwondo, pay for the things I want, pay for my mom and grandma, too. And I remember never seeing him at my Taekwondo, like, performances. And then he came to my black belt ceremony, and I was the happiest kid. I was like, my dad's here. He gets to watch me be a badass. And stuff like that, you know? So,
damn, dude.
Value, and that's when, like, that's why I started thinking, I was like, I need to value more time with my family, but I also want to value my time with my friends. So, like, because I do admit, like, you talked about before, it's like, you don't really go out as much anymore. And, like, that's why I have my friends, my good friends, and my good friends, you know, in the group that, like, Vinny, you need to come out. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I need to come out. You know, I want to make more memories with friends. I want to make more memories with my family. You know, I'm trying to be better with my family. Like, I'm talking more with my dad.
Damn.
I'm trying hard with my mom and grandma.
Yo,
baby steps,
bro.
baby steps.
I'm like...
It's emotional.
These podcasts are good because, you know, like, I'll be seeing, like, a different point of view, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah. We could touch up more on that family stuff later, but I think that's a good wrapper right there.
Ooh. Appreciate your people, bros.
Yeah.
Bros and no-hoes.
Yeah, to summarize everything, just love life, see other people's perspective, Talked about relationships in here.
Friendships.
Communication is key. Value the moments.
Value the damn moments.
You know, express your anger when you need to, but don't always take negative.
Yes.
Don't always be angry.
Well,
all easier said than done.
No, you can express your like anger, but you can do it in a way where like you're not starting an argument. Like,
and don't let it control you. Don't let your anger control you.
Yes.
Mm.
All right.
All right, everyone.
Last episode of the day
for us.
For us.
So, but we'll see you in the next episode. I forgot to mention this in the other ones. If you're watching from YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Comment down anything else that you want to talk about, and comment down what you've been liking about the subject so far, and like what you've learned and stuff like that. If you're listening into the podcast, just follow the socials below, and please help us out on those too. And we hope to see you in the next episode again. Peace.